everyone, my name is Tyler, and no, I do not have any challenges for you. No, I am not doing any tags, and no, there won't be any special guests. But what I can guarantee is I will be right here, dripping some sweat because it's the fucking summertime and I'm dying, and I'm about to update you on my life. So, let's do this. So in the last update video I made for you guys, I went to the Tumblr headquarters and I went to the Pixar headquarters and I did a scavenger hunt for MTV, and now, 3 months later, I have a lot to tell you guys about. I went to London for 3 weeks where I filmed a lot of my videos that I showed you in August. I came back and I went to VidCon and I did a lot of stuff there. I got to join Taco Bell on the main stage for their keynote speech. I got to host the opening morning of the main stage of VidCon itself. I was on the LGBT panel discussing the pros and cons of being gay on YouTube. I narrated a fan fiction for the Holy Trinity of YouTube, Mamrie, Grace, and Hannah. I did a 4-hour meetup where I met so many of you guys. I interviewed Jack and Finn on the main stage. I got to play the blindfolded makeup challenge with Andy Cohen. And probably the biggest thing that happened at VidCon was I announced Special August. And if you don't know what Special August is, then where have you been this past month? It was 20 collaborations all in August. Special guests in August. It was not just a typo. So yeah, the day after VidCon ended was the first day of Special August, so starting that day, it was all filming and editing and uploading and promoting and just repeating that process every single day. It was a lot of work, but I think you guys liked it. I liked it, I loved it, I thought it was so fun. I got to highlight so many of my favorite YouTubers, and I got to meet so many of you guys, so if you are new, welcome. It's not just challenges and tags and collaborations every single day. Sometimes, I get to just talk to you guys one-on-one. See, this is special or something. Holy shit, the sweat is coming. Okay, here we go. And yes, what else have I been up to? I have been filming weekly Top That episodes. If you don't know what Top That is, it is my weekly pop culture countdown show with my co-host Becca Frucht. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out, subscribe, because it's probably your new favorite thing. So yes, I've been filming those, and then I headed back to the UK, even though I was just there the previous month, to go to Summer in the City, where I was on a panel about creating YouTube content. I was on a panel about collaborating, which made sense because of Special August. I also did a Q&A on the main stage where we tried to find out if people shipped Troiler or Myler more.
I'm gonna say the name, and I want you to shout. Oh my god, you're hard. We have Myler! Okay, that was pretty loud. That was pretty loud. Right. Okay, reeling him in. We have Troiler!
And I got to do another 4-hour meetup to meet a whole bunch of people just like at VidCon, but this time, people with British accents. And then after Summer in the City, I had one day in London to recoup and just hang out with all my British friends, and on that day I hit 1 million Twitter followers, so if you're following me on Twitter, thanks for dealing with me, because it's a lot to deal with. Then I headed back to LA, where again I kept editing and filming and uploading and promoting and repeating that every single day because it was August. Then I got to head on over to New York for a special little getaway weekend packed to the brim full of stuff. First, I saw This Is Us, a pre-early screening. I laughed, I cried, it was amazing. Then I got to go to a VMA pre-party with Taco Bell, just like last year. Then I interviewed One Direction. If you haven't seen that video, where have you been? And then immediately after interviewing One Direction, I hopped in an Uber, headed on over to Brooklyn, and got to go to the red carpet for the VMAs with my friends Lohanthony and JC, and we got to meet a whole bunch of celebrities. Here are quite a few. The rest of the pictures are on Instagram, so go check those out. Holy crap, I'm sweating. It's not cute. And then I got to go to the VMAs themselves. They were amazing. Gaga delivered. Most of the VMAs I just spent watching all the celebrities sitting together, because during commercials you got to see them mingle, and then while things were happening on the main stage you could just watch the celebrities and watch their reactions, which is obviously what I was doing instead of watching what was happening on stage. Then I headed back to LA for a day, then I did a day trip to San Francisco because I had a shoot I had to do there, and then I headed back to LA because I had another shoot the very next day, and then I had to go and get all of my footage from the One Direction interview, and I had to put that up the very next day after I got it, and I was so nervous to see it because when I interviewed One Direction, I had no clue what happened. As soon as I left the room, I was like, what just happened? And thankfully, I was so happy with how it all turned out, and as soon as I uploaded that One Direction interview last week, it was like a huge burden off my shoulders. August was done, August was done, all my traveling was done. You guys got to see the interview that I had been keeping a secret for so long, and it just felt like I could just sit and relax. And so now I have spent the previous week sitting around looking like a fucking sweaty ass man. This is not grease. My hair is not greasy. It's literally just this sweaty. So I would apologize, but I don't give a fuck because I've just taken this whole week to just sit, relax, reblog GIFs of my interview. That's pretty much all I've done this past week. And now, depending on what time you're watching this, I am flying to New York for the weekend. I'm doing a special little project that I cannot wait to tell you guys about. Details on that will be coming soon, but it's huge. I mean, I say everything is huge, but this is like actually huge, so I can't wait to tell you more about it. So get ready for that. And then as soon as I get back, I have another shoot on Wednesday, and then my mom gets here on Thursday, and she's here for a week, and we're doing a huge California adventure because my mom never takes vacations. So I'm like, you know what, Mom? No excuse, I'm buying you a ticket, you're coming out, and I'm gonna frickin' take you to Disneyland. And then the day after my mom leaves, I have a day to just pack, and then I head to Australia. So I just, it just never ends. Thankfully, it never ends, thankfully. If you wanna be in the know as to what is going on with my life, and you don't wanna have to watch it on a video and see the sweaty mess that is occurring because it's summertime in LA, then follow me on Twitter and Tumblr and Instagram and Facebook because I update you guys on everything that's going on. But yeah, I need to go, like, just not, be filming this because it's not a good look. But yeah, I'm gonna just go. This has been real. I hope you guys have a good life. If you like this little update video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. What have you guys been up to? I want to know. I feel like it's been forever since we just chatted. I'm about to hit 2 million subscribers on YouTube. I have no words, but when we do, I might do a little special something for you guys, so be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye!